one of your teammates is not going to get pinned right now. Your tank can die to this Reinhardt. Look at your tank's HP. If this guy gets hit by a pin, he's like basically dead at that point. You can see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid to go for these plays. It's not always good to trade bash for pin. Sometimes it's really, really bad. Sometimes you're just gonna end up dying. But in other instances, it's actually like a really, really good trade.
Okay.
See how like he ended up on you anyways? Like regardless of what you did, right? And then he backs up for who the fuck knows why. Right?
Yeah,
so he gets the kill, but then he just overextends and just like dies and feeds.
Yeah.
Go back to the pistol idea.
Who do we get in here? Kitty, what's up? Kitty, I had some stuff for you, really quickly. Are you able to see my stream?
One rifle and crack.
It's Kitty here.
Still though, showing some respect, not just fully rushing into the site. As I say that, right back gonna be popping on the corner, ends up getting flushed out of that one pretty quickly, and cracks with a nice little double up. Some punish there onto the run and back, finds Mind Freak, finds Jing, but fortunately,
I think Kitty's dead. All right, moving on. R.I.P. the homie.
Doesn't matter though, does it?
We
Don't
have to
matter.
swap a few names.
These rounds just feel over before they begin.
All right, we're watching Massey gameplay today.
Bad gameplay. All right, let's go.
I'm pretty sure High-End's Tracer is already pretty solid, so I don't really need to talk much about Tracer Micro. There really isn't that much to talk about Tracer Micro aside from just like what Tracer players know. One thing I would say for you, High-End, is just don't forget that on maps like this, it is technically your job to contest the payload.
Yeah.
It's not really the job of anybody else on your team. So just remember that, like, even though we might be fighting up here, remember that with dive compositions, you're very rarely playing the objective, and you're usually playing for kills, and then the objective comes afterwards. So, like, on defense, if you're not going to contest the payload, you better be getting value somewhere else. Where it's like, if we're staging a dive and we can get a kill on this Baptiste, that is worth letting the payload push from, like, here to here, right? Because if we kill the Baptiste, the rest of the team's going to die. Once the rest of the team dies, this person who's pushing the payload is then going to die afterwards, or they're going to have to go back to their spawn. Once that occurs, the payload's then just going to naturally move backwards a little bit anyways. And we're playing to win the clock. Like, we're playing to buy time and try to stall out this point long enough to where they don't get to cap second. Right?
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. Okay, this is something that's very, very, very bad. Why does my Winston have Primal
No one
when my Ana Nano is at 44%? That's very, 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 very bad. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I think technically speaking, I don't know if the ultimate charge is lower, but I think that based on the way Overwatch plays, Ana should be getting Nano before Winston gets Primal. Is what I've been told by someone who's high elo. I don't know if that's completely true, could be wrong. But I know in like a general sense, Primal and Nano should be coming up at relatively the same time. Usually on the teams I play for, I usually get my Primal when my Ana's around like 85. Maybe 80 to 85. Okay. So depending on how much value the Ana is getting from healing and DPSing and stuff like that, we need to have our Nano farmed way faster. As an ideal scenario, you would combo your Nano with your Monkey, and you'd be able to Nano Monkey engage without using Primal, get a kill, and then pressure with Primal afterwards to extend the dive. If we use Primal now by itself, the only issue with that is if we do end up going Nano Monkey later, now Nano and Primal is staggered to where it's kind of awkward to use. Okay. We need more healing from Kitty. Good anti, good dive. I like it. Okay. Good job chasing targets, High-End. I'm only going to focus on High-End, Kitty, and Massey. Mainly Massey and High-End.
Spike down?
Fantastic timing and punish coming through. Thinking desperately needs some heals, but he knows that there's just players on all sides of him right now.
These guys should just get fucked. It's funny.
Didn't check this way.
Swing on the corner, manages to get
Doesn't
both
matter.
of them. Him and Huey both shut down. Now into a 2v2, something tagged out to 11, and Mosh
Come on.
finishes the job.
No 13-0.
Fantastic shot from him. Bite is eating the
They're rotating high ground.
damage from the bite even.
Good job scouting this high end. Pretty sure you're relaying this to the team, as you should be.
Yeah.
What are they cooking? Okay, they should hard lose this. Like, theoretically, they should hard lose this. Also, whenever we're playing with comps like this, it's the duty of the Echo to break the Torb turret. If you have to use stickies to break the turret, go for it. That's a good trade. Ana can also help with that. You know, whoever high end, I guess you could try to help with that, but it's not really your job. But we want to try to be breaking the turret as early as possible because that's a really long cooldown for Torbjorn. And it's a very strong, like, turret being left alone by itself here is going to be pretty devastating for us, I would say. Okay. Obviously with the wall, that's difficult to do, but I'm just saying in general, like, just make sure to break turret as fast as we can.
Mhm.
Really good dive. Really good dive.
What's it for ban? They ban Fracture.
Okay. I mean, they're a ringer, but for reference for the team, I don't like my monkey diving a Torbjorn. I don't even care if we have Nano Monkey. This guy does damage. This guy has armor. This guy has overhealth and even increased like damage per second during that overhealth. And movement speed. This guy will still fuck a monkey. Like, it's not even fair. So if we're gonna Nano Monkey here, we should be definitely looking our entire team at one of these guys. Not the Torbjorn.
Who's trying to do a
Okay.
bold lineup?
So that goes for high end, that goes for our tank as well. I think high end looks like your target prow is good. I don't know who you're shooting actually. I think are you shooting the Torb as well? Yeah. Here it looks like you're just doing a good job, like kind of following up with your tank. Your tank made a bad target prio call. There's no reason to go for the Torbjorn.
I guess looking for Jing.
Like this Torb is a menace. You guys end up killing him, but we'll see what happens. So we use Nano, Rally, use Beat and Wall. I think a better team on red team would have won that fight. I think they just are like kind of bad, and so they didn't punish anything.
I think I kind of waste my pulse bomb. Oh,
Yeah, this is something I see Tracers do a lot. I'm not really a fan of it, just because like, okay, wouldn't you agree that the easiest way to engage as Tracer is when the enemy team is not aware of you, like they're not looking at you, they're focused on your
Yeah.
teammate, somebody else's aggro. I would just say if you're gonna go for a pulse bomb and they're this far back, don't like blink in a straight line towards them and try to pulse, because they're looking at you. Like it's not surprising, it's not unexpected. It's very easy to sort of respond to. What I would say is honestly, if you want to go for a pulse bomb, just like sit in a corner somewhere and just wait. You know what I mean? Like just let
Yeah.
them walk past you and then go for a pulse. Or use it during an engage, right? Use it for the next fight. Because if you think about it logically, this fight's already over. Like if you pulse somebody here, you're really only buying like a few
Like 10
seconds of
seconds,
time. Yeah, because they're so close to their spawn anyways. Getting a kill here means basically nothing. As opposed to, wait a minute, what if their team goes here, rotates all the way to the high ground, you know, sim TPs across, and then they get pulsed. They used all their cooldowns, walked all the way out of their spawn, and took like 45 seconds to get all the way up to here, and then you pulse them. Now the fight's over again, and they have to hard reset, right? So
Yeah.
just think about like in a macro sense how your pulse can get more value. I'm not saying don't throw out your pulse as much as you can because you are supposed to do that as Tracer. It is kind of like a throwaway ultimate, but that doesn't mean that it's supposed to be, you know, wasted, right?
Mhm.
Massey, you need to be getting to the high ground. Looks like that's already what you're doing. Good. Good. I like the positioning here from you guys. Okay. So just remember, Massey, for the most part, You want to allow your Ana to be healing your Winston as much as possible. Like right now, Ana can top up Winston. Try to minimize the amount of times you're packing your tank, because if you're healing your tank, that might seem good, but it's doing two things. One is you don't have armor packs for your DPS and squishies, and your Ana, I guess, as well. Number two, you're forbidding your Ana from getting ult charge. Because if you're the one healing the monkey, like, and Ana's not healing the monkey, you're the only one getting ult charge from that and not Ana.
Okay.
Like we need to actually let our monkey like take damage and then get healed up by Ana in order to farm Nano, if that makes sense.
Alrighty.
Something to think about. I like the aggression by Kitty to go for an anti. That's good. So this is when, I'll be honest, this is a little bit of an advanced thing I would say for Kitty. If our tank or our tracer or whoever else is scouting to go on somebody, we should be pinging them. And the reason why it's so important to ping, like, let's say, for example, we're like, okay, I want to go on this Baptiste. Let's ping the Bap here. The reason why that's so important is that then Kitty doesn't have to walk this far to get an anti on the Bap. Like, look how far Kitty, like, half of Kitty's body is off the fucking, like, high ground right now.
Levitating.
You are, right? Like, Kitty is peeking every person on their team just to try to get an anti over here. Versus if you're an experienced Ana with an experienced tank, and you see a ping over there, I could just throw it from here and hit it, right? And I'm pretty sure Kitty can do that as well. Where it's like, you know exactly where BAP is located because of the ping. You don't have to, like, over peek for this. Like, if anything, you would just peek, like, just barely over here, throw it, and then dip back. Not something like this. This is very dangerous. We also wouldn't miss as well, because, like, if we can ping it, then it's going to be more accurate. Good dive. Really, really, really good dive. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is good. This is solid. See how here you're packing your tank again? Just let Kitty heal. Just let Kitty heal. Look at this. Look at Kitty's ult charge here. 52, right? The next 5 seconds, watch it. 55. Heal up your Winston one time. 55 to 71. It's pretty wild, right? That's pretty fucking wild. This is great. You guys are just chilling. You're playing far back. Looks good. Nice job packing high end. That's what you should be doing. You guys are big chilling.
They put the TP down a little bit too low.
Oh, that's interesting. Kitty, stop peeking Symmetris, please. Sim does a lot of poke damage.
They're
Important
very smart
minis.
enough.
Okay, if we know that their backline's here, is there really any reason why we need Nano and Dupe to win this fight?
No.
Like, they don't have anything right now. And they just lost their Torbjorn. So they're down a person, as well as they don't have their backline. And we know that for a fact because our tank and DPS have pushed them out. And we also already invested Dupe. So this Nano here is very bad. Because this fight should be over. This is actually a really good play on their part. This is like the best play they could have made. Yeah, they actually killed Brig from doing that. That was a really good play on them. I would probably just say, like, if you're playing Winston here, you know, try to jump on the high ground and cleave them from above. And that way stuff like this won't happen, but it's a ringer, so who cares? That was a very bad play. Um, at this okay, when they window here, okay, first of all, Kitty, you need to dip the fuck out. Like, do not stand here. You are at, like, these guys are focusing on Monkey for whatever reason. If I'm this Baptiste, like, you're already dead at this point. There's just no way you should be living here. They get a good kill on the Monkey though. I guess it's kind of worth. And then what? They MO nothing. Like, what? I don't understand players. Just MO yourself and then kill the Ana. Actually, okay, I'm not gonna lie. If this Baptiste is a better player, I think he kills 3. I'm being so for real. I genuinely think Baptiste kills 3 here. If he's a better player. If the Monkey dies this fast, and Baptiste just used regenerative shields, which like he shouldn't have used anyways, so a better Baptiste would not have done that. Like here, if he immos himself, I actually think Anonymous just dies in like 2 shots. And after Anonymous dies, you're liable to die, Kitty. Like we are just hard ego peeking a window when we already got all the kills that we needed. We easily could have disengaged, especially when Monkey had bubble here. Monkey could just drop to here, boom, you're out of window. Kitty, you can just drop to here, boom, you're out of window. Anonymous was dropping here as well. Again, you're out of window. There's no reason to ego inside of a window. Not unless you're running a brawl composition and they put their window too far and then you can 5-man walk through it. That's a difference. This one, he can just freely play around the window, you know? So, just very, very, very risky. Anonymous needs to get healed. Okay. I'm gonna be real honest. I think we're playing this too fast. I think we're rushing this a little bit. So here's something to consider, right? If they're gonna TP like this, which they didn't need to reach the point, they don't have anything to aggress onto our backline. The main thing I would be thinking about is retaining high ground presence with our Monkey, our Echo, and our Ana. I would be thinking about going for an anti from above. And I would be thinking about letting our Echo poke as much as she wants. If their entire team goes over here, our Echo can literally just like even fall down, poke, 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 go back high ground, poke down here, poke over here. Like, it feels like we're being really aggressive when we don't need to. Right? Like Anonymous drops here, I don't know why. And then we hit an anti, which is great. Really, really good anti. I think our tank tries to go in off of that. Yeah. Good kill by the tank. The tank recognized the anti. That was good. But like here, literally all we have to do is just chill. This Torb ult completely wasted. Right? No one's even on the objective. We're a dive team. Why? Like, what is this gonna do? I'd rather have him just ult up here, you know, and try to like lob these over and like splash this area so that he can't stand here.
Sorry.
It's okay. The Lucio beat, also really fucking bad. It did absolutely nothing because we don't need to fight right now. You wait 5 seconds, it's gone, you know? So they just used 2 ultimates for no reason. I'm hoping that we don't engage too hard. Okay, yeah, we're doing fine. See? So I'm assuming you dropped because you had rally.
Yeah, I dropped early on the payload to help.
Okay. So my question would be, do we need help? No. So the answer is no.
Okay.
Your Monkey's at full HP. Basically full HP. And he's in LOS of your Ana. So we're not in any danger. Like the fight in my mind, the fight is already over. I don't see any way for the red team to win this. Like it's just over. So we don't need to force the rally. We can hold the rally until we actually like need it. Right now we don't need it. And what ends up happening is when you rally in, You want to rally, that's fine. At least stand on top of the payload. So you can use it as cover. You actually just ego a Rhine. I'm not sure who you were going for, but it looks like you're just going towards the Reinhardt, which is like the #1 person you don't want to go towards as a Brig. And then we get shattered. Then we get swung. And then we get pinned and we die.
It was a bad play by me.
It's okay. Very good anti by Kitty. Now Kitty is doing his best to try to keep everybody alive. Our monkey should be jumping to our Ana. Why are we still here? Is my question. Like,
I guess overtime.
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you can let them push a little bit here and then win the fight here. It's not worth dying as monkey,
Yeah.
right? There's no reason for my tank to be playing like a brawl. Like why are we sitting on the payload right now? We don't need to just get out and just get healed up to full and then go in. We're close to dupe as well. But like us dying here with Rally has a really big impact because what it became like a fight that we should have won and now it's looking a little bit sketch. Our tank is also kind of inting. Like our tank should have died there. Like there's just no excuse for him getting out. Oh, and then now he's gonna die. Okay. Good sleep by Kitty. And then Anonymous dies. And now we lose. Like it's that fast. You know what I mean? Where it's like if we make mistakes, and it's not just you, it's like the entire team did not play this fight well at all. It might seem like little things, but they just add up more and more and more and more over time. So where it ends up where it's like we 100% were winning that fight. It wasn't even close. And then it somehow got flipped to where we lost. Like that should not have happened at all. So in this instance, like I said before, we should have been playing very, very, very slow. Very patient, very slow, very methodical. Their team has nothing. Reinhardt cannot reach you. Torbjorn cannot reach you. Lucio Bap cannot reach you. Or it's Kiriko. Lucio cannot reach you. Symmetra cannot reach you. Symmetra was dead. So at this point here, the only thing we have to do is just retain high ground control and just poke at them the entire time. Just let our Echo should get infinite amounts of value. Like Anonymous should just have free reign to do whatever he wants. Like who's gonna shoot the Echo? Reinhardt? Torb? Lucio? Kiri? No one can contest Anonymous. Anonymous is our hard carry in this composition. Like Anonymous just has to shoot people. That's you just shoot people and you win. Kitty's actually doing pretty well. I think Kitty's doing well. I don't know how Kitty's healing aim is, but I think Kitty's cooldown usage has been pretty fucking solid this map, from what I can tell. This Ryan is being a little silly. Beam his ass. Beam his ass. Still beam him. Let's see if Anonymous has beam. Anonymous does not have beam. What did Anonymous beam? Symmetra? Ah, I see why he beamed. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm gonna have to coach Anonymous on Echo Micro a little bit. This Primal is no bueno. It's gonna die, yeah. If we're primaling here, our main objective should not be to try to primal one of the squishies into their spawn. We should just, if we're really gonna pop primal here, you just jump behind them and you push this really low Reinhardt into the open. You push the Kiriko towards your team. You push this Lucio towards your team. He did the opposite, which is why he died. Like, imagine if that initial jump was behind them here, and then he primals both of them this way. Kiriko's gonna have to burn TP. Reinhardt might try to burn charge. But it's like, you know, or pin, I mean. Also, Lucio should die. We should be calling out Lucio 1 for our tank to kill him. Where are you guys set up? I think that's fine. Don't have an issue with that. What happened to you, Massey? Oh. Okay. We swung too wide, Massey, is what happened. Was this kind of unlucky? Yeah. You know, nobody likes getting freaking pummeled by a Reinhardt, you know. But just remember, we can use cover, and also like an Ana is gonna heal just as much from like back here as like right here. And, like you playing here in my mind makes sense, but the only reason why I'm ever even looking at a Rein is because I'm jiggle peeking for a whip shot and then going back into cover.
Okay.
Or I'm jiggle peeking for a pack and going back into cover. Like I'm never not playing cover as Brig, right? Is what you should be thinking about. So here, even though it was a small little thing where like it got kind of unlucky that you even got hit by anything, watch your body language and your positioning. Notice how far away you go from cover. Right?
Yeah.
We're not even like this. We're out here.
Yep.
Right? Which is really, really far. Doesn't look like much. It's like a couple feet or something. But it is actually very far in the grand scheme of things. So remember, cover is your best friend. Just jiggle peek to shoot a whip shot. Jiggle peek to put a health pack down, because those things you need LOS to do. Aside from that, you should just be chilling. Right? Also, I guess a micro thing, this is a little bit more advanced. I'm not going to expect you to get this down. It is still really, really hard for even high level players to do. You can block the shatter. But that takes like a bit of game sense, bit of predictions, bit of experience, and definitely reaction time. And that's hard. That's hard to practice and learn and get better at. Really, really, really hard to do. Okay. This, however, I think is in your control.
Yeah, I should have shield bashed immediately out of him.
Yes, you should have. Good, good, good. You already know what to do. That's great. The second you get up here, it should be a bash this way or a bash this way instantly. I would honestly probably just bash directly to this corner to cut LOS from the Rhine, and then I'd be turning around to look for a whip shot. Because I think you had plenty of time to bash. I think you did.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Let me check. Okay, so you get shattered. You're like, oh shoot, I'm weak. Yep, you did. 100%.
Yeah.
You tried to break
I went to break
the
the
turret.
turret so I can help the others. And then... Yeah.
That's okay.
This is good.
Also, if you really wanted to do that, a better way is just use your whip shot and animation cancel the bash or something.
Yeah.
Whip shot's a lot faster than your primary fire. This is looking a bit dicey.
Yes, a bit.
Anonymous inted. It's not your fault. You couldn't do anything to help him. Yes, go for the sim. Go for the sim. Shield bash away. Good. That's okay. I'm okay with you dying here. That was great. That reaction, that kind of instinct that we're building, this was great. Look what you did. You got low HP from the sim. What'd you do? Instantly bashed away. You're like, oh, I'm weak. Boom, I'm getting away. Right? That was a really, really good play. I don't care that you died. Good kill, Hyan. Good target, Prio. So Hyan, here, I would be thinking about like, okay, once you've gotten this kill on the, who did you kill?
I
You killed
think
somebody. I think the Lucio.
Yeah.
Once you kill the Lucio here, is there really anything that you can do 1v3 against these guys?
I was gonna try to like burn the sim, but like, and then I went to get the mini and I died to the turret, in the most random spot, by the way.
Right, but the only thing I noticed is that you burned recall.
Yeah.
Once you don't have your recall anymore, you are very liable to die in a situation where you're 1v3 on payload, even with clicks, right? It's basically like a guarantee that you're going to die, but you might be able to stall for a lot of time. The question is, are we looking to stall or are we looking to win the fight?
Win the fight because we have time to get back.
Right. If the payload's like here, you have to do
stall.
this, right? But there's still a little bit of time. By the time the payload gets pushed by these people up to like here, your team's going to be coming back. And then you can regenerate your resources. You can AFK in a corner, wait for like half of your recall to come back. And then you can blink out to touch, you know, and then come back or like do whatever you tracers do. So I think here, if you were just a little bit more patient, this is just a little bit too risky for like basically no reward. The best case scenario is I don't really think it's feasible for you to get a kill here if these guys are competent players. I think it's more just that like you might be able to stall them here for a while. But at this point in the game, I really don't think there's much of a difference between the payload ending here or the payload ending like here, you know?
Yeah.
So the important thing is that they don't full cap. That's the important thing. Right, so your DPS is already back at the time. Excellent, they C9. Good. Okay.
You should have seen Kiriko shot. It was wild.
Yeah, let's breeze through this. What? Kiriko Lucio, guys. Really? Did you guys force this? Oh, thank God. Do not play Kiriko Lucio here. I would honestly say you should almost never play Kiriko Lucio on any dive map unless it is a Koth or a push. You don't play Kiri Lucio in like escort maps like this. You just don't. Kiri Lucio gets negative value from like the high ground and stuff like that. As opposed to Onnaberg. Always play Onnaberg. Why are they letting you push? You guys get a kill? No,
We
you
took
didn't
the
get a
Zen,
kill?
yeah.
Oh, the Zen? I mean,
Yeah.
even if
That was
you kill the
first
Zen,
fight,
like
though.
what?
So
Yeah, like what are they? Why are they not shooting the monkey? Oh, he's just missing, and then he just isn't. What is he running from? What is the Torbjorn running from? He's full HP. Who's gonna shoot him? A monkey right click and tracer spam from here? And what is this turret doing? Doesn't see anything. I don't understand what I'm watching here. You guys just got first point for free. This is the hard part of first point. This is the easy part. This is just a fight on flat ground. Like there's no dynamic space. This is the hardest shit to break through in higher elo.
The turret is there to watch a tracer
Spire.
flanking.
I mean, trust me. I get why you placed it here. I still think it's bad. I still think it's really bad. What in the world just occurred? There's no way.
yeah, their hunter kind of fed a lot.
There's
Just
no
that.
way. What? What are their? I don't get it. They're so unaware of their team. That's crazy. Like not even a harmony orb or something is absurd. We should not be diving like this alone, getting discorded in the enemy backline with no LOS and no help from our DPS. This should be a dead monkey. Instead, he probably gets out. Yeah, that's crazy to me. His Torbjorn is standing high ground and doing absolutely nothing when he could just drop on a monkey and kill everyone. He could just drop on a monkey and kill him. Now my monkey's diving at Torb and my monkey's gonna die. Never mind. Mind, my monkey's just better. I don't even know what to VOD here. I really don't know what to coach here. There you go. Good. That was something coachable. That was something good. I can like notice and be like, hey, Kiriko's low HP. And we coordinated to dive on Kiriko. That's good. My monkey should die. Never mind, gets primal forced. Kill, really good kill. Good kill kill as well. Jump. Jump. Run away. Oh my god, that's scary. My backline. Ah, there we go. Nice. Good job, guys. Rotation. Very good rotation. I think you can greed more for this Ion.
Yeah.
I think you can go a little bit farther.
I'm pretty sure like,
Like,
our target was the
yeah.
Hanzo, so like as long as I got him, I went for it.
I think that's fair. That's definitely fair, yeah. But I think that also your backline would benefit a lot if you had hit these two
Yeah,
with
yeah.
EMP,
Of course.
where they don't get bullied like this. Because like killing the Hanzo's great, but we just lost both our backline.
Mhm.
I remember that EMP is designed to be a fight winner. Not like a fight turner, it's a fight winner. If you can EMP properly and coordinate a dive properly, you should auto win the fight. Basically every time. This is one of those rare scenarios where I think you guys actually lose this. D.Va's chasing a Sombra instead of marking a monkey. Gotta love it. My monkey's dead. My Torbjorn, like, the enemy Torbjorn figured out that Torbjorn can kill a monkey. He finally learned, and he just held W and killed monkey. It's almost like he has a shotgun that just annihilates this character. This D.Va has not once gone for our monkey. Like, I don't get it. I really do not get it. Okay. Interesting rotation by our backline for sure. I would prefer if you guys just went up the stairs. I'd much rather have you guys be up here than down here. Also, if D.Va pushes you, what are we supposed to do, Massey? If we're on high ground?
If we're on high ground,
Yeah.
shield back.
What?
Whip shot. Let's
Whip
go.
shot. There you go. Right. So if a D.Va attacks you from low ground and you whip shot, she's still gonna be on the low ground.
Yeah,
Same
she's
elevation
just
as
to
you.
walk towards me.
If you go high ground and she jumps towards you and you whip shot her, she falls down and she cannot reach you. And then next time she tries to go up, what do you do again? You just
Whip
bonk
shot
her.
again.
Yeah,
Bonk.
you see what I mean?
Get off my land.
That's why Brig is so good at high ground. But this is not as good as high ground. It
Yeah.
should be high ground. So make sure to take the time to go there. Good anti. What is bro ulting? I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm watching. He just ulted like an invisible army. Get daddy egg. Oh, never mind. Okay, we lost. Run away. Run! Get out! Get out or die. Get out or die. Run, 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 run. Oh, you guys are fucked. Yeah, just die. Just die fast. Just die fast.
I turned
Step
around and
fast.
Kirika said, nah.
If you guys realize that you're just dead, please stop backing up. Just go walk into them. You too, Kitty. Don't back all the way up to here. Just walk into them and die faster. It's always gonna be better. Okay. We should be going high ground here.
I will say, I thought I had a superhero moment at the end of this, like, whole attacking round. In my head, I was the main character.
Okay, I don't think this is gonna end well. Is my
No.
guess. I don't think you guys are positioned in a good area. I think you're very easy to reach. I think like Massey is probably gonna die first, then Ana should die.
Yeah, this position was pretty bad, but if I felt like it was the only position I could take with the limited time we had, and I get punished for my poor positioning. Like they were we were calling to go in fast, and so that's what we did.
You guys both fucking threw. Is what happened. Guys, you have a rally. This shit's massive. Just go towards each other and help each other.
That's what I was trying. I
Get
should've
Kitty,
shield
get
bashed
your
over.
cheeks over here.
Just shield bashed over to you. I'm so sorry, Kitty.
Yeah,
No, that's not on
shield
you.
bash. Well, it's on both of you. Do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can 100% shield bash here.
Or that was, yeah. I'm taking full responsibility for that.
Yeah. Shield bash would have easily confirmed this. The other thing is, like, Kitty, just stop walking away from your brig. I don't know where you're trying to go. You're dead here anyways. The best thing you can do is try to get behind this shield. Like, look how close. Come on, guys. Look how close you are. That's so sad.
I just should have shield bashed. That's all.
This is when you're gonna have to pack your tank because it's one of those situations. Get his ass, Massey. Oh yeah, good job, Hyan. All right, let's watch the brig micro. Okay. Good. Just spam your pack button. Good. Good. Not bad. All right, don't
know
get
what I
lost.
was-
Don't get lost. Good whip shot. Good. I like the shield bash there. I don't mind that. Get her. Yes. Bash in. Yes. Whip shot. Good. Be very, very, very careful here.
I tried to break the turret before it ate our Winston, but it didn't really work out.
Yeah. Winston is a bit questionable. All good. You
Don't
just...
laugh, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm not that
Used to
funny.
used to a little twirl. I love it.
Not that funny.
I don't. I feel like sometimes you just get lost when you play. Does that ever happen?
Yes. Don't tell anyone.
Sometimes you just don't really know like what the fuck's going on.
There's just so many things happen in
I
Overwatch.
get it. It's fine.
It's a fast
Hey,
game.
Massey, this is how you die. I'm gonna be so honest with you because I can't be easy on you, right? This is how you die.
Yeah.
In a high elo lobby, you are dead. Okay? Because this turret is like looking right down this angle, so if you peek out even a little bit, it's gonna start shooting you. The main danger is a Torbjorn could just spam this super easily at head level, and especially this guy is looking to take your head off. And you are just dry peeking this when instead we should be
Shield bashing over.
no.
Why? Just shield bash over to Arana.
Well, are you trying to rotate to here, like right now? Is that what you're
Trying
doing?
to
It looks like
follow
you're,
Arana.
it looks like you're just standing here. I mean, you're already close to your Ana.
Okay.
If you want to peek this, just shield peek it, like we talked about.
Like
You
what
know,
I did on the
you know-
other side.
Yeah, you don't have to visually peek like this. Like look how much. Like, okay, you also
Yeah.
hear the Hanzo's footsteps. So now you know they have a Hanzo, and then you're like, hi. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He is shooting at you because you're just waving hello to him. Okay, so we need
I
to be
love
very
Hanzo.
careful. You are still. He's shooting. You're still. Massey.
I'm sorry.
Massey. You're still peeking him. Oh my god. This is fine. This is fine. There's no way he's gonna be looking at you. Good. Good whip shot. There's a Torbjorn to your right. Care. Help your Ana. Good. 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 Whip shot?
I'm scared of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Massey. So your primary fire is similar to a Reinhardt swing,
Yeah.
where when you start your swing, it has a dynamic hitbox that goes across the screen, right?
Yeah. So.
So what you want to do is you want to be moving your camera like this when you swing, because you're extending the hitbox, if that makes sense. So you're swinging your flail across a wide berth instead of it just being like the, you know, I hopefully you understand what I mean.
Mhm.
So right here, you should never be missing these. I'm just gonna say that straight up. But I think the reason why you are is because you're aiming your primary fire like it's a gun that you're shooting. Your flail's not a gun, right? So we should be aiming our camera like all the way across our screen, like right here. If you're aiming from left to right, you should be swinging like this, and then back, and then this, and then back. I could show you in the practice range, but that way this Torb is gonna die like way sooner. Do you see how you're like tracking the Torb? Like
Yeah.
especially here, like your aim's fine, right? It's like if you had a gun, you'd probably hit the guy. But like, look at the way that you're aiming at the Torb. You're just like you're just straight placing your crosshair on his body. You want to swing across the guy, okay?
Okay.
And then here we want to make sure that we do aim our crosshair and shoot like a gun when we use our whip shot, okay? So that's what we need to try to aim it as best as we can. Really line up your whip shots. Fortunate that our monkey dies. This is a situation where we lost our tank and you're playing in the open. Again, look how far you are from cover. This is probably the farthest you can be from cover. You're out in the open. So right now, your objective should be to get away or to die quickly if you're trying to reset. I think before you had walked this far, you had more than enough time to rotate with Kitty. And I think if you had been able to do that, I think that there's a chance you can get out. Okay? But here, it's too late. And then you end up going deeper. Right? You go towards them, and there's a turret shooting at you with 3 other people, and you just lost your shield. Like, you're dead at this point.
Yeah.
Remember,
Kill me.
it's so much better to use your shield bash to get away than to go closer towards the enemy and lose your shield. Now you're dead. There's no chance of you getting out. That pack is fine. I don't mind that. Pack's also fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something very important, Massey. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Stop jumping.
Okay.
We are bunny hopping all the time, and it's making it to where we're losing our surroundings. Because the last time the Torb pushed you, we got super disoriented because we're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Right. It's also much harder to hit your whip shot if you're changing the elevation as you're jumping midair and trying to whip shot people. Okay, so let's look at the Brig Micro. We jump in the air and go for the whip shot. We miss. Notice how your feet are off the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's making it harder on yourself to hit your primary fire and your whip shot. And then, we're right here. Are we in danger right now? Yes or no?
I want to say yes.
Is it a question? Are you not sure?
Well, I have 2 looking at me. I have the Lucio coming straight at me, and I have.
I'm not asking about the
over-
Lucio. I'm asking about just the Torb.
I
Are we in danger?
yeah. Over.
Gigantic resounding yes. You are not designed to beat a Torbjorn in a 1v1. Right? This guy has a shotgun. If I asked if there was a Reaper standing here, would you tell me that you're not in danger?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
You need to learn Torbjorn is literally Reaper. I'm not making that up.
Okay.
You know, everyone in low elo is always like, oh my god, Reaper counters Winston. This guy counters Winston because he has a shotgun. He's just like Reaper. And in situations like this, I would actually say he's even scarier than a Reaper because he attacks faster. He goes pop, 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 and he can just right click you to the head. And your shield's gonna break in a second because his damage output's nutty, and your shield got nerfed as well. So what should our course of action be? In a micro sense.
Flick shield bash.
Nice, there we go. Perfect answer. You go boop, and you run to here. And if the Torbjorn swings the corner, you just whip shot his face. Okay?
Okay.
Or the Torbjorn's gonna refocus on your Ana, who's gonna anti him or sleep him, or you're gonna pack her, right? And then if he attacks you, your Ana pockets you. And if he attacks Ana, you pocket Ana. You see why supports are so annoying? Whichever guy this guy tries to kill, right? The other one just heals you. Or you heal them. Yeah, you should be dead here. 1,000,000% you should be dead here. Like, I can tell that we're like very disoriented and just very confused on where we are because we're jumping up and jumping up and jumping up to the point of where we're actually landing on people's heads and sliding off of them and not understanding what's going on. Okay? So we're just making the game harder for ourselves. And then right here, this is a little bit of micro as well. You're not safe here, Massey. And I feel like you know that. But I don't know if you walk past the Torbjorn like he doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? Like you just walk past him like, hey, what's up? Let me just slide right past you here, right? You still have 90 on shield. So if anything, this is when you would want to jump because you move faster in the air than you do like walking with shield. I would be jumping to this corner and flicking my shield up. So that if this guy decides to flick onto me, I don't die. If this guy's a good player, he will one-shot you right now if you don't put your shield up. He can one-shot you, 1,000,000%. Okay, so just be careful. Just try to be aware of like what's dangerous. And then here we need to. This is very scary. Couple things. First of all, you can shield this. Number one. You can shield it and they'll stick to your shield, and then you just drop your shield and they'll fall to the ground. So you can block this for your team. Okay? I'm pretty sure that's how Torb ult works, because I'm feel like it's probably similar to Tracer Stickies and Echo Stickies. The other thing is awareness of the ground beneath you. He's ulting right beneath your feet. You're walking into it. You should have died here. And then you pop your shield, which makes you move slower, so you're just standing inside of it while being slowed. Like, we barely lived. And then even here, you're still walking forward into it. Like, you see how close you are? You're incredibly close to this stuff. You gotta be really careful. Need to let our shield recharge. Good. Good whip shot. Okay, so this is when you need to start swinging. Okay, so here, notice your teammates. Everyone's at full HP. You have nothing to heal right now. So the best thing we can do is to help our team get kills. And right now, I would say probably just hop up on this payload. Start swinging down over here, whip shot the diva, you know, stuff like that. I'm gonna assume that like you could even kind of predict that like maybe the diva Torb's gonna engage on your Ana. You can maybe save your whip shot to help your Ana out. Just smack him a little bit when they go for your Ana. Like your monkey's in primal. He doesn't really need healing. He has like 1100, whatever. Your whip shot would be good. Good. Let's get behind cover. Okay, so you and I both know that Break Shield can block Diva Bomb, right? And I feel like when you went in to block this Diva Bomb, you were thinking that in the back of your head. Is that correct to assume?
Yeah.
You were like, okay, this bomb's fine. I can just block it with Diva Bomb, or I can block it with my shield, right? What do you think is better to use to block Diva Bomb?
Hard cover. Hard cover.
Hard cover, which is this. So when you started walking this way, I thought you were walking this way because you were going to use the pillar to block the Diva Bomb. But instead we walked out and used our shield to block Diva Bomb, which means that this guy, again, with a shotgun is going to one-shot us, right?
Yeah.
So in this situation, just remember, only block the Diva Bomb with your shield if you absolutely have to. If you don't have to, just use hard cover and just be like, hey, cool, now I have my shield to deal with this guy maybe, right? Or I have my shield to maybe like shield bash away from this guy or play around this mini and like whip shot him back and all these different really cool things, right? Okay. Oh, sheesh, the Lucio swap. Better wall riding than me. My wall riding is absolutely horrendous. You should see my Lucio. It's like probably my Lucio is probably like mid bronze. Be real
Just
with
run Lucio Surf, you'll get it.
you. It's pretty bad. I've tried Lucio Surf. I was cheeks at it. I was very bad at it.
What do you mean? You just gotta practice.
That's probably enough voting for today.
Okay, I just have one request.
I basically didn't talk about Hyan at all. My bad, Hyan. But like, I don't really think there is much to talk about here. Like, it's just I feel like aside from Tracer Micro, I think Tracer Macro is pretty negligible. On like a VOD like this, just because you're either pushing payload or you're just diving with your team. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But if you were on like a different character, like an Ashe or like a hit scan, I think that would be a lot easier to VOD because there's actually like positional stuff that you could do. Sombra, similar stuff. Like there's a lot of micro with Sombra, don't get me wrong, but I don't really think that's super VODable. I don't know.
I have one request. Could you
What's up?
go to Busan? I want to see
Bussin',
you react to Mouse's cooking.
The mouse is cooking?
So Mouse did some cooking with the team comps, and I want to see your reaction.
Oh boy. Did you say there's a sub roll? If I give Bell the sub roll, does that give them perms to whatever?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bussin 045 TF2. Hey. Throwback. I never played TF2.
This is gonna be...
Alrighty. What are we running?
He said
It's called overhead.
characters with overhealth.
My god. Did you guys get this from Twitter or something?
Nope.
It was on.
From
It was on
Pure
Mouse's video.
Mouse's brain. Mouse.
Well, Boger made a post on Twitter showing the stacking of overhealth from Tree plus Rally plus Torb. This is really funny. It actually is an absurd amount of healing, but also you're investing like 2 ults for basically nothing. Also, if you guys are gonna do that, like, I don't know. I guess Lifeweaver makes sense. I don't know how much Lifeweaver gives. It's like 100, right? How much does
Yeah.
Brig give?
Life Evil is 75.
How much is Brig? You guys should just run a
100.
Lucio so you can beat the Torb. Could you imagine Torb plus Pete plus his overhealth cooldown? It'd be fucking nuts. Yeah.
And somehow we still
this
won,
comp,
though.
this comp is actually not that bad, by the way. It's really not that bad. The backline is bad, but the DPS and the tank picks are actually completely fine. This is something that you might even find in like a GM scrim. Not high GM, low GM, but still. It's not bad. Also, you're playing a really good counter to Doomfist, which is Orisa. Orisa does very well into Doom. The issue is nobody can kill the Pharah, but then just focus on killing the Doom, or have your turret Bastion try to kill Pharah. It's a little bit of cooking for sure.
Yep. Yeah. Skip to the very... I think it was last map where, Oh, we did something before that.
Bro, what are you guys running? There's no way
Okay.
you win this, right?
No.
We did. Oh, no, not that one.
No, we
It is
didn't...
physically impossible for you to win this game, right?
Yeah, no, there was a moment
Surely.
where I was literally pissing myself scared because there was a Tracer and Sombra in a small room with me. And I'm
They
Zenyatta.
have a comp that basically counters yours, so the fact that this is even close is very questionable for the enemy team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm the one who did some cooking here. That was not
This?
great of me. No,
That's what we're
this
talking
was
about?
pretty good.
Yeah, this seemed pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
May Reaper's pretty standard. You know what I
Yep.
think's better than Reaper here?
Sim.
Bastion.
Yeah, why?
The torch slow and the beam charges off the Iron Shield easy.
Yeah, for sure. What else?
Chokes, and you just spam 100 damage orbs down.
Okay, yes. What else? There's a very specific reason why Sim is so strong on this map. Anybody know?
Oh, able to go high ground to high ground.
High ground to high ground? What do you mean? Like here to here?
Yeah. Like, and go from point to high
Close.
ground and that kind of thing.
You're getting there, man. You're almost there. Any other ideas?
Dope.
When you guys are winning a fight like this,
Mhm.
right? Where you're in a situation where let's just skip ahead a little bit, see what we can find. Okay, so like right here, we own this space, correct? We own the
Right.
whole room, right?
Yeah.
Because we won the fight, we capped the point, whatever. Now we're defending from the team coming back. So ignore the percentages at the top. Let's say, for example, this was the result of first fight. We hard won first fight. Now we're gonna hold these chokes.
Mhm.
The enemy team has the option of going high ground. They have the option of going low ground, or they have the option of going to one side and then flanking through the other,
Mhm.
rotating essentially.
Mhm.
If you have a team that comes high ground, which is going to be the most common, you can set up turrets here and set up a Mei ready to wall and all this type of stuff to where whoever walks through this choke just dies, falls over. And when that happens, the enemy team is going to be like, okay, guys, if that happens, let's just zoom on over to here, right? And what they might do is they're going to use their Lucio speed amp or they're just going to like walk over here, right? When that
Mhm.
happens, you can just sim TP to here and match them. And you can just have a TP set up ready to flip back and forth. So wherever they try to go, you are ready to match them and force them to walk into a choke that is controlled by you guys. That's the benefit of Symmetra. Because if you only have a Lucio, and like here's a really like a bad thing that could happen, it's very common. Let's say that they're in it's like a brawl mirror or whatever, right? It looks pretty similar right now. Let's say that they try to push through here, they realize that your team's set up here, and then they start rotating. They know that they're rotating, but you guys don't know for sure if they're just backing up to stabilize on this corner or if they actually committed to rotating, right? So if they just rotate through here, whether they use speed amp or not, they're probably going to make it through this door for free because you don't have somebody scouting over here and you're not entirely sure of like committing your speed amp to going all the way over here, right? And if you do commit your speed amp to get over here, then they have speed amp as an advantage over you. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So the ability to read this and react to it, especially at this level, is going to be really, really hard to do. And it's not going to be consistent. I would honestly say even at the low GM level, it's not that consistent. But that is why you run a Symmetra. Because if you even think that they're that they're flanking or they're rotating the other side, you just drop a TP and you set up here, and then you check to see if they're there. And if they're not, you just TP back and you're already right here. It's an immediate teleportation for your entire team. The other thing that I like to do in a micro sense is I usually like to have Sim set up 2 TPs here, or 2 turrets, I'm sorry, here. And then I have 1 Symmetra turret that's like over here. Ideally, like, you know, in this area, so we can react to it. But like just having one like stuck to this wall or whatever is really valuable because if they come through this room, boom, they get spotted by the turret and it gives you info that they're coming over here. So you can use your turret to scout for you instead of an actual person. That way your entire team can stick together. But usually what I do is I have Symmetra play here by herself, and I have Mei and Tank always stick together with like the Baptiste and Lucio. And the idea is that if they come up over here, Sim just TPs herself over to here, as well as leaving a TP for retreat just in case, right? To like come fight over here. And if the enemy team ends up rotating towards the Sim just drops a TP for you guys over there, and then you guys all TP to the Symmetra and you guys fight. Okay? So, something to consider. Is that all you wanted me to look at, Kitty? Okay. Oh, alrighty.